Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be giving you 10 huge tips to help you hit on Nike sneakers app, as well as get exclusive early access to secure your pairs in advance. Now, a lot of this information is stuff that is hidden behind a paywall from other big resellers. It's stuff that they hide within their cook groups and their discords and things that they charge memberships for. Now I'm going to be giving you guys all this information for free, and all that I ask in return is that you subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video if you find these tips helpful. Also, comment down below what sneaker you're going to be going for this year. What sneaker are you going to use these methods on? Are you going to use them for pretty much every drop? You got a certain Jordan 1 you're looking for, a certain dunk? Let me know. I'm going to be discussing with you guys in the comments section. I will be responding every day to every comment and every question that you guys have. I am also creating a Discord that I'm going to make for you guys to join for free. It will not be a paid membership cook group. It is going to be for free, and it's where we can help each other legit check shoes, price check shoes, give each other the information when things are dropping early, and have a monitor and all that type of stuff so we can stay ahead of the game and beat all of the botters. So once again, subscribe so you don't miss out. And now let's go ahead and get into these tips. I know some of these tips are going to seem a little bit common sense for the people who have been in the sneaker game for a little while now, but I guarantee there's a tip in here for everybody, so stick around. Don't click off the video and don't miss out the tip that's going to help you. Your smartphone is a computer and it has a processor. And what that means is that every application you have open on your phone uses a certain amount of your processing power. And when you are on Nike sneakers app, refreshing and trying to be the first one to buy a pair of shoes, if you have a bunch of apps open at the time that you are on sneakers trying to cop your shoe, you are costing yourself processing power on your phone. Your phone is thinking about 20, 30 different apps, and it's not focusing all of its processing power on sneakers. You need to close all those applications until you just have sneakers open. Once you do that, your phone can focus all of its attention on Nike sneakers, and then you will be able to cart faster, check out faster, and not have all of this weird loading time trying to refresh, and it's like, hang on a minute, or when you hit checkout, it's doing the little loading circle for way too long, and you're like, come on, and now it's 10:01, now it's 10:02, and you didn't even process your checkout. Make sure you close all your other apps out when you're on sneakers app. I guarantee that if you close your apps a few minutes before the sneaker drop, your phone's gonna run a lot smoother, and it's gonna process that transaction a little bit quicker. And even if we're talking just half a second, right? Just half a second faster than before. That half a second, think of how many hundreds of thousands of people are trying for the exact same shoe for you at the exact same time. If you're half a second ahead, that could be the difference between your name being above 10, 20, 30, 40, 100,000 different names, okay? So do that. It's simple. Also, if you want to take it a step further, I recommend doing a full power cycle on your phone about 10 minutes before a sneaker drop. Close everything out and completely turn off your phone and power it back up, and then only open sneakers app. This is going to clear all of the cache data. It's going to clear all of the speed, everything. It's all going to focus on sneakers app, and it's going to help you out. I guarantee it. The next tip is going to do with internet speed. Okay. A lot of people are on their phone, and some people, like if you have 4G, you have pretty high speed, right? On your phone, but your Wi-Fi might have better speed. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes a Wi-Fi network you're on, like maybe a Starbucks Wi-Fi or a McDonald's Wi-Fi, I don't know, wherever you're at, or even if you're at home, if you don't have the highest speed internet, it could cost you a sneaker drop. So what you need to do is go to speedtest.net. Now, this is a free website. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. This is a free website that you can run a test on your internet speed, and it'll tell you what your ping time is, what your download speed, and what your upload speed is. Now, if your cell phone signal test with higher download and higher upload than your Wi-Fi and has a lower ping than your Wi-Fi, you want to use your cell signal. Now, if your Wi-Fi is better and has higher download and higher upload and has lower ping, then use your Wi-Fi. It's that simple. You just want to make sure you are on the fastest connection and getting the quickest results on processing times and checkout times. The next huge tip that I have for you is to make your account a Nike member. Now, this is a free thing. If you go to nike.com/member, you can become a member, connect your email to become a Nike member. It gives you, you give them permission to send you emails from their newsletter and stuff. But what this does is it gives you free shipping on all your Nike Sneakers app orders. Yes, free shipping. That means if you're buying a Jordan 1 for, you know, $180, $170, you do not pay the $10 to $15 extra for taxes. It no longer is going to come out to be like $190 and whatever. It's literally going to be the retail price and tax on top of it. So instead of paying $190, $195 for a Jordan 1, you're paying like $180. Now, that's important because if you're a reseller, you're going to make a lot more money now. So use the Nike membership to get free shipping. Plus, being a Nike member is going to help you with exclusive access. And there's times where Nike.com and the Nike app that is separate from Nike sneakers give you exclusive drops that sneakers app doesn't. So you get a 2-in-1, and we're going to talk about exclusive access a little later in the video. The next huge tip that I know is going to cause chaos in the comments section is what payment method to use to get the best chances to hit. Now you might be wondering, why does a different payment method matter? Here's why. Nike 100% favors PayPal. I noticed personally, and I have a tons of people from my previous Nike sneakers that literally said as soon as they switched to using PayPal, they started hitting on more shoes. And here's why. PayPal verifies. You have to give them an address. You have to link, you know, a bank account or a debit card with them. They verify that you are who you are basically 2 to 3 different ways. Now this helps Nike know that you are a human being, an individual human being, and not one of the many botted accounts that have, you know, multiple of the same information everywhere that these botters are using. It helps them screen and favor real human beings over botters. Now, Apple Pay doesn't seem to have this advantage that PayPal does. It just flat out doesn't. So use PayPal. I promise you, if you're an Apple Pay user, look, I got an iPhone 2. I love Apple Pay, but I'm telling you, as soon as I switched to PayPal, I started hitting on a lot more sneakers. Now let's talk about the Nike sneakers gender option. So this might be a little controversial, and some people might, you know, believe it or not, or whatever, get mad in the comment section, but I'm telling you, switch your gender to female, even if you're a dude. Like on my sneakers app, I have it set to female, and here's why. Nike favors female users. They know that the vast majority of their users and of their customers put themselves as male. Most sneakerheads are males out there. It's a majority. You can't argue it. So what they want to do is they want to be inclusive of the women trying to cop the sneakers as well. And so they favor women during checkout. They give the female genders priority over the males. And here's the thing. If you switch your gender to female or from female to male, there's no extra verification. You don't have to prove a name change. You don't have to do anything. And I guarantee you're going to see more results of you getting exclusive access a lot more, as well as hitting on sneakers. And honestly, they don't care if you're really a male or female when you change it. They don't need to authenticate that, because it's whatever you're saying and identifying. They're never going to argue with you or try to fact check it, because that would be stepping on some toes, and Twitter would get angry. Okay, I'm telling you, switch the gender to female and you're gonna hit on more shoes. I promise you 100%. If you are a reseller, this next tip is gonna help you cop a lot more pairs, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. If you're copping for personal, this one might not help you, but regardless, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're talking about. So first things first, I like to go on StockX before a drop is dropping, and I like to do some research on the shoes. I'm not the guy who just shows up on sneakers app 2 minutes before drop and then gambles and hopes I get a size. If I'm trying to resell a pair, I'm going to do a little bit of research. I want to see, what are they selling for? Let's view the last sales on StockX. Okay, today, yesterday. All right, there's a lot of pairs of these Nike SB Dunk Low Street Hawkers that are coming out in the next week. A lot of them are selling, right? But let's take a look at all the sizes that are selling. 9, 9.5, 9.5, 10, 8, 8, 9, 6.5, 10.5. I'm seeing a lot of 9 to 10s. So you know what that tells me? That means there are a lot of people size 9 to 10 to 10.5 that are going to be going for this shoe. If I'm a reseller, I'm not going to go for the 9 through the 10 section. I'm just not. I'm going to maybe go for an 11, a 13, a 7, 7.5. I'm going to go for the size that's slightly less in demand, but I know I'm still going to profit like crazy. All of the asking prices are at least $1,000 on this shoe. You're going to profit. Don't be stingy. Just because maybe size 10 or size 10.5 might have a $50 or $100 larger asking price than the other sizes, go for the other sizes that are in less demand, so that way you're higher in the queue. If everybody's going for the max price shoe, you're not going to hit on it. You need to try for a size that's slightly in less demand. Don't be as greedy. You're literally going to make like $800, $700 on these shoes. So if you maybe lose $50 or $60 or $100 out of that profit, but to guarantee you a way better chance in hitting in the shoe, why wouldn't you do that? It just makes sense to me. Do the research on the shoes and check this frequently. Don't just check it, you know, on the 4th and then these drop on the 13th and you're like, dude, oh, the data changed. They became more in demand, and then the 9s and 10s were less in demand later. Make sure you're doing your research, especially the day before it drops, so you can decide what pair you're going to go for without hesitation. So this next tip is kind of crazy, but you can have multiple sneakers accounts. I personally have 2 accounts. I made 2 different PayPal accounts with 2 different addresses and 2 different email addresses, right? My main sneakers account has my personal email, and it has my PayPal account, and it has my home address. Well, I also have a business email, so I made another sneakers account with that business email. I made another PayPal email. I still link the same bank account, but I use a different PayPal account, link the same bank account, and I use a different shipping address to somebody else that I know. So now I have 2 accounts on sneakers, and I use 2 different devices when I'm checking out. So now I basically, as one person, have double the odds of hitting, and I've had drops where I've hit on both phones at the exact same time. Now, one of the phones I had on Wi-Fi, and one of the phones I had on cell signal. So that way it's not getting flagged by Nike. You got 2 different addresses, 2 different payment methods, 2 different, you know, accounts basically, and they're on different network connections. No way for Nike to know or flag you or cancel your orders because of that. This way is a way a manual user can hit multiple pairs. So I recommend you guys look into creating a second account, having a second device around, and doing it that way. Now let's talk about how to get early exclusive access so you can cop shoes before they even release, as well as getting Jordan reserves for when they restock or resupply other hype shoes. So the first thing that you need to do in order to improve your chances of getting the exclusive access are, of course, become a Nike member. We talked about that. Have female gender. We talked about that. Now, sign on to the sneakers app every day. Every day, log onto the app, open up the app on your phone, and literally spend 5 full minutes on the sneakers app. You could just be sitting around, you could be bored, you could be in the car, you could be as a passenger, and you can 5 minutes in a day if you're really serious about reselling and engage with the app. Look through the app, click on different shoes that you like, look around, hit notify me if you're gonna want to cop the shoe. Okay, hit the little heart on it. It doesn't show the heart on the computer version, but on your phone, hit the little heart on the shoes that you like. Hit notify me on the pairs that you want to buy. Click on all of the different shoes, look at them, scroll through, spend 5 minutes, look on something. A lot of people ignore the kick checks and the surveys and the dunk videos and all of that stuff. Literally watch those videos, look at their kick checks, look, engage with the sneaker app. The higher engagement you have, you increase your odds of hitting on shoes, getting exclusive access, and all of that, because Nike literally registers all of your engagement and screen time as you being a real person account, not a bot account. Bot accounts are literally active at checkout and then done. You know what I mean? But when you are engaging and really looking through the app and paying attention and going through it and you know, clicking on all the stuff they're showing, their live events, the story of the dunks, the kit checks, the behind the designs, and then they have surveys. What do you like about this? Is it this or this? And you guys can vote and all of those type of things. All of that is going to boost your odds dramatically. Now, of course, I can't guarantee that you're going to hit on every single sneaker drop always, forever, every time, because that's just not realistic, right? But I guarantee you this is going to improve your odds dramatically. You're going to hit on a lot more pairs, and it's not going to feel like you're hitting the lottery. You're going to be like, oh, you know, for every drop that I didn't hit, I hit the next one. Or I hit the next 2 or 3 in a row, and then maybe I didn't hit 1 or 2, but I guarantee you're going to see a lot of results. I've seen a lot of people in my last sneakers tip video say that they literally were like 0-47, and then after using my methods, they literally improved their odds. In this video, I gave so many more tips and so many more things to take into consideration, so hopefully they have helped you in some way, shape, or form. If they do, once again, please hit the like button below, comment what pairs you're going to be going for this year, and also subscribe so you don't miss out on all of these free tips, information, and everything I'm going to be putting here on the channel. Okay, stick around. When the Discord drops, I'm going to announce it in the next video or two when the free Discord is dropping, and we're going to grow and we're going to build this community together. We're going to have the strongest sneaker community possible. We're going to be looking out for each other, and we're going to help each other for free. And then, you know what I mean? We're going to be able to help each other network, find steals, find connections locally, and all that type of stuff. So stick around, don't miss out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.